Hello, hello. We got the E75. Gonna be basic little uh, review and then just master the game. See if I can get this to 10 minutes long. So, E75, it's decent tier 10 heavy. Still say the STI is better, but you do have a 128mm gun. I'm not a big fan of this gun. It, I actually really struggled getting damage with this gun. I'd fully aim and all that bullshit and still miss. But what can I do? Um, let's start off the turret. It's 250 and it's pretty flat. So hold down and someone hit up 2 key at tier 8 and they'll go right through your front. Pretty much screwed. Cupola. It's pretty big, but it's not terrible. Not like the E95 E6. A lot of plates pretty big, and if you get hit in there, it's usually fire and shit. Some good things about the tank. Well, the alpha is pretty nice. Get for a 60 alpha. Penetration for tier 9 is not very good, but it's not I7 level, so it's workable. Bounty rate is pretty awful. This is a very slow tank. It's not Yak Tiger, it's not speed. Halt reverse is pretty slow too, and the blue literature is pretty bad too. Yep, 19. So truly this is a heavy tank. Third side's 160. It's alright. 120 hull. It's not the best because every other vehicle at this tier on the sides is spaced armor, so pretty much screwed right there. Only spaced armor is this bar right here and lower. So and then transmission driver always get killed and fires to the front, so I load APC, decent amount of APCR just cause the 246 pen, it's not amazing. It's pretty much Scorpion's gun except terrible aim time and a little bit less accurate. Basic consumables and all that crap, and get you into a replay. So it's replaying probably one of the worst maps in the game. I'm not even sure this is a mastery, but hopefully it is. So, Platoon is the biggest noob in the world, or not. And, of course, bottom tier. So, at this point we're like, shit, because this is a shit map. And, obviously, going into the town sector to the left is just, I hate it. Even if the whole team goes there, I will not, because there's no place there for mediums. Looking for a shot in the FV, hit him pretty nicely. Just gonna be feeling that, so I'm gonna go here, try to get a little bit hold on. Looking for a shot on 140, because honestly, a mouse don't really care. I switched to the E75 because the mouse angled. A good play by him. I was gonna try to focus on me, but I just don't care about his positioning. 140 idiot. I believe he dropped down from the top. Now looking for a shot on the FE. Pretty decent hit. So far a decent amount of high roll, so feeling that. Spotting for my teammate. I'm not honestly paying attention too much. Looking for a shot on this project, because sooner project gets out of here, then the better. Looking for a shot to the railing system, but gun's just not accurate enough. Not a size 7. I probably should have flicked my turret to him, but I was keeping it locked. Not paying attention to I7. If I get down a little bit lower, he can't even hit me. I just switched to HE because screw that guy. So right now he's doing fairly well, keeping me pinned and useless. So look for a shot there. I hit that. Very nice. Now is mouse, the position I don't want to deal with. Look for the FE405 because he's a 9 tank. I'm looking not at the mouse. I don't know what happened to that shot. So obviously team is doing team things and trying to throw a game. Again, poor gaming. That's why I hate this gun, because stuff like that happens too often. It wasn't even a bounce, it was a critical hit into his turret. And it wasn't even into his gun. So I sounds a little mad. Mouse is that was a bad angle by him there, but he's running out of the room. He's gonna tunnel on my teammate, platoon mate or not, and he's gonna take him out. I don't know what he was doing, but obviously he was doing nothing, so usually it's never good. Now I was thinking about supporting the MX50B, but I don't understand what he's doing. But he takes like T54, so gonna take out this E75, who looks to be AFK. It's 2v2 from a 4v7. It's pretty good so far. Not a lot of damage. And then this 140 is going for a friend, and I'm shooting him. Very good roll right there. And apparently that guy doesn't understand what difference between the E75 and E50B. So I don't want to go through the open. I need to take out this 140. I makes a misplay, but he tracks me at the same time. So he technically should have died there, but 50B takes the hit. So right now, Progetto's a bit more important than 140, but I take out 140 anyways. I'm gonna back up. He gets bounce. Grill, for some reason, is being mean to 50B, who played okay. And we pull out side scrape against Projet, and he's not gonna be able to do anything. I think he shot me in the turret. Didn't load the heat, so actually is a mastery. Cool beans, top gun, bunch of other crap. 4078 damage, 12,000 credits of premium account, so would have been 8,000 credit loss at least, probably around 10k. So obviously our 140 had shit to the brain, and that's why you don't reroll, because it doesn't matter, you're gonna plateau anyways. Someone who never loses, lost pretty badly. 15 shots, 13 hits, 12 pens. Not terrible performance. A little bit of assistance, 9 hits taken, 5 actually went through, and then 4 didn't do anything. That's the same thing, doesn't even matter. Let's go to the credits. So yeah, 12,000 losses without premium account, so it's not a cheap tank to play. I just mount the AXP. So I'm going into it. Tier 9 is this honestly one of the best tanks. We're just focused on heavies. Honestly, it's fallen a lot out of favor. It just seems a lot weaker than it used to. I don't know why, because What's the competition? This thing, it's garbage. I haven't played this thing, but it's very eh. Honestly, I don't even see why I'd put the motion. And then what you got? The M103, which is alright, solid tank, but three little weak points. Um, Here you get a choice between DPM and amazing everything else except for DPM. But honestly, I prefer the IS-8, even though it's supposed to be DPM tank because it has no armor. It doesn't really have the DPM. Conqueror is more of a support heavy because it doesn't have a turret. But you have pretty good DPM, which is not evident. Chinese, I really like this heavy. I think it's a lot better than the E75. You can side scrape, you got spaced armor. It's got the same amount of side armor too, so all I do is have some stupid cupolas, but no one's gonna really put heat through this turret. It's a really big TG. This one is honestly, this tank's not very good, but I actually really liked it. Armor is non-existent, but it's against the support tank. It's not a real heavy, and that's pretty much it. So, out of all of them, I preferred all the support heavies more. I hated this one, even though it's not a bad tank. Not at all. It's got even worse DPM, but you can really side scrape in this sucker. And it used to have a lot better hull armor. Used to have like at least 120. Then they nerfed it for some stupid reason, but that's more gaming for you. So E75, I'd say it's maybe right in the middle of the pack. It's just super slow. It's definitely better than the rest of the German ones. The motion, come on, get lost. I still think the IS-8 is better than this thing, but I'm probably in minority, so if we eliminate the IS-8, M103, I'd say is better, but slightly, because it's just more flexible. Um, Conqueror, I'd say is a definitely better tank, even though it has no armor. And then the STI, it's king of tier 9 heavy, so it's not even close. When you have a tank that literally cannot be pinned from the front hull down, it makes it hard to justify other tanks, but oh well. So that's pretty much it. It's not terrible, it's not amazing either. Against tier 8s, this tank's a monster. Against tier 10s, it's very iffy. If your enemy team is blind, then yes, you'll have good game. Pretty much the only angle you can really side scrape at is right here. Maybe a little bit more if you're more risky. That's pretty much it. So that's the end of this video. Enjoy. I'm a little sick. Oh shit, I was a little early. Bye.